Okay, we can see here the start of the under 19 women's double. This is one of the more popular events at the regatta. In the bottom of our screen at lane 2, we have Conshohocken. In lane 3, we have Row House. In lane 4, Quad Cities. In lane 5, City Island. Lane 6, Winnipeg. And lane 7, Vesper Boat Club from Philadelphia.
All right, so they are racing for the Thorne Family Trophy. This trophy is named after the St. Catharines father-daughter combo, Brian and Vanessa Thorne. Brian had a successful career as a St. Catharines athlete before winning the lightweight men's double at the 1987 Pan Am Games. His daughter, Vanessa, also collected many Henley Gold medals rowing for the St. Catharines Rowing Club and the New York Athletic Club.
I believe Brian also won a silver medal in the lightweight men's single at the 78 World Championships in Montreal.
Oh, wow. Impressive. All right, so good start by all crews, staying very clean. The water has calmed down significantly, so good racing out there.
Yeah, this is an event where these athletes will have gone through heats and semis to get here, and they've also been racing in other events as well. So it takes a lot just to earn a spot in the finals of the under 19 women's double here at the Royal Canadian Henley Regatta.
Yes. So coming up to the 500-meter mark here, it looks like a very tight race with Winnipeg in the lead, closely followed by Row House. But again, tight for all crews.
Yeah, sitting in third and fourth, we have City Island and Quad Cities. Quad Cities, they sent a women's quad over to the Henley Royal Regatta, and they won the junior women's quad there this year.
Wow. Yes. So, second 500, really getting into the base pace rhythm now. At this rowing course is a little bit choppier in the second 500. The water has calmed down a bit, but still a good headwind they're pushing into. All right, so if you're in the crew right now, you're thinking about staying internal. It's a close race. You shouldn't be looking out and around at the other boats, just focusing on maximizing your boat speed, executing your race plan, staying with your partner.
Yeah, all of these crews are rowing really well, handling the conditions well. You can see the blade work, very nice entries. No one's really sending their blade sky high at that catch and really trying to get as much work out of their legs at the entry as possible.
Yes. A little bit of issues with the steering in the Quad Cities boat. The umpire is signaling for them to get back in their lane, which they have. But again, it's challenging with the cross headwind to stay in your lane.
And with a double, unlike the pairs, they often don't have steering cables in the boat. The athletes are steering the boat just using pressure between their port and starboard side oars.
Yes. All right, so Winnipeg looks to be leading the field as we come into the third 500. That is Abby Dent and Justine Gilbert. They are coached by Janine Stevens.
Yeah, they've had a really solid second five. Coming through the 500-meter mark, there wasn't much space between the top four crews, but they've certainly worked to establish a comfortable lead as we go through the 1,000-meter mark.
Yes, they look composed. They're killing it. So they are followed by Quad Cities, closely followed by Row House and City Island, followed by Vesper, and then Conshohocken will be finishing the field as we come into the third 500.
Yeah, Wyside Quads is coached by Dr. Peter Sherris. He rowed for the United States in the 1992 Olympics in the men's pair and also in the men's 8 in 1990.
Wow. All right, third 500. The crews will now be able to hear their teammates, coaches, as they come through here, as all the boats, trailers are parked along this part of the race course. So they'll get a nice boost from their fans.
Yeah, most of these crews have traveled a fair distance to come here to be a part of this regatta, knowing that this is really where they're going to face some of the best competition in North America.
Yes. So it's still Winnipeg. They are rowing very well for under 19 athletes. Sharp catches, sitting tall, looking good.
Yeah, it looks like Quad Cities and Row House too are trying to reel them in a little bit as they approach the 1,500-meter mark.
Yes. So third 500, everyone's going to be hurting. Everyone just needs to keep putting all of it out there on the ends of the blade. The wind is not too bad right now, still a headwind, but everybody seems to be handling it quite well.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of the small boats. The lead does change hands in the last 500, just depending on how some of these athletes have paced themselves.
All right, so final 500, it is Winnipeg out in front. So Abby and Justine looking composed, looking in control of the race. They are at a stroke rate of about 31. So pretty low, but definitely in a good place right now.
Opened up a considerable lead here. You still have Y-Quad Cities out of Moline, Illinois in second. And Moline, Illinois is also the site where Pearl Jam played the entire album of Yield a few years ago on tour.
Interesting fact. All right, so final 500. It's time to crank it up. You can just see Conshohocken coming through now. And now we have the full view. So coming into the final 300 meters of the race, everybody's getting ready to crank the rate up. Everybody's getting ready to go. Winnipeg is out in front, composed and in control. They can see the field. They are staying in control, and they know when they need to go and bring the rate up to take their Henley Gold.
Yeah, really taking advantage of the calmer waters in the last 500 meters of this race. They've rode very well and very clean in some of the rougher stuff up in the top 1,000, and they continue to row well as they start to get themselves into the red buoys approaching the finish line the last 250 meters.
Yes, and they are at a 34 right now, so they've begun to bring the rate up.
Yeah, fairly comfortable, and they have a lot of room to respond if they do see Y-Quad City start to make a move. Winnipeg still can comfortably bring that stroke rate up 6 or 7 beats without losing any of their technique.
Yes. So at a 35 now in the Winnipeg boat. Coming into the line. They're staying sharp. Starting to bring the rate up even higher now. We're at a 38.
Yeah, cruising the last 100, they're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to make sure that even if something bad happens, they still have enough of a lead to continue on through the line and earn that Henley Gold medal.
Yes, so up at a 38, and they are through the line celebrating.
And sense of relief on stroke seat in that boat.
Oh, yeah, they gave it everything they had. You can tell there's not too much energy for celebrations. They did very well in this race.
Very well rode race by Winnipeg. Once again in bow seat, Abby Dent, stroked by Justine Gillert, and coached by Janine Stevens.
Yes. So unofficially, it is Winnipeg winning Henley Gold and the Thorne Family Trophy.